Hola! So, fun fact about me. I enjoy talking about relationships, even though I've never had one. Oh, yeah, I just told the whole world, the whole YouTube community, that I have never dated all 19 years of my life. Anyways, okay, so this being said, since I like to talk about relationships, one day my curiosity got the best of me and I went on to one of those sites where you can ask questions and people will answer. Well, somebody asked the question that I think most girls ask themselves sometime, like probably several times, but at least once, you know? And the question was to the extent of, why don't guys ask me out? Now, I know myself, I asked that question, or I asked that question, previously, like at least a couple times over the course of my teenagehood, but I'm gonna read the question. Let me pull out my handy dandy notebook. Okay, why don't guys ask me out? Sounds like a stupid question, but I've been thinking about it for a while. I'm thin, 5'6". Whatever. Okay, people tell her that she is pretty, including guys. She's 21, in her last year of college and planning for grad school. She's dated 2 guys and kissed just one 2 years ago. When she senses that someone is interested in her, nothing comes of it since they don't even ask her out. The guys who are vocal about their interests are uninteresting to her. For example, one smelled like he never took a shower. B-O into the oh no. Okay, she takes care of herself. She eats healthy, she dresses well, etc. She admits that she's pretty shy, but once she starts talking to someone, she loosens up. Why don't guys talk to her? Now, do you feel like this girl? Because I surely know that I felt like this girl many times, because I'm like, dude, what is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? But you know, that's not the question. The question is, what's wrong with the dudes, okay? So this is what I responded to her, and then I will elaborate. I said, I know what you mean. True, guys do not talk to you, but you do not necessarily want just a guy. A lady needs a gentleman. Thank you. Anyway, sometimes when a girl has it all together, the whole package, etc., guys don't do anything because they're intimidated. And that is not a bad thing. If they are intimidated and not mature enough to handle a lady, then they need to move on. For those weirdos who get that weird, bold urge, well, it happens. They are, however, the smart ones. For recognizing value in a person. They are just not the type of person you are looking for. So take it as a compliment, if you can, but do not panic thinking, is this all I can get? No, it's not. You are still in college, and sometimes college is a continuation of high school to boys. Therefore, there are still some boys in college, and there will still be men acting like boys when you get out. The point is that you do not want to settle. To those wimps at your school who do not want to talk to you, forget them. If they are not man enough to ask you out, then they do not deserve you anyways. Wait for the gentleman who will be awed by you, and do not take it to heart when those other losers do not. That was my answer. I think that it was a pretty good answer because it is true. So oftentimes, like, I don't think anything is like necessarily like about me, like, stay away, or maybe I'm just not seeing it. So sometimes us as girls will feel like this, and they're like, why aren't the boys coming around? Well, sometimes boys like to get things that are easier and not a challenge, and sometimes it's just, I'm not saying that this is the one and only answer to this question. It is just one, and I think that it is true. Sometimes guys are intimidated when a girl has it all put together because they feel that they're not worthy, or that they don't, and then they're like, well, she looks like she's too much. But you know what? That's not a bad thing, because if he's feeling like he can't handle you, then he probably will not be able to. So wait for that person. who will be able to handle you. Alright, so yeah, obviously, I am not like a dating philosopher. I am not a love Socrates or Aristotle. So, and you already heard me, I've never dated before. Nevertheless, I don't think that my answer was very bad, but I think that I gave it a good job, and maybe that's because I've been in those same position, like that same position. Be like, I don't know what to do. So, if you also agree and you think I didn't give too bad of an answer, then you're welcome to ask me a question, and I'll try to answer it. So you can send your questions to heavensmilkyway@gmail.com, or you can go down below, and ask a question. It doesn't have to be about relationships either, I guess. You can ask me a question like, if you're just a nosy person and you're like, you've been single for 19 years, why are you single? Well, if you want to know the answer, you have to ask, and you shall receive. Also, I don't know what that answer is, but I could try to answer it for you. Anyways, I think I'm gonna go, so peace, bye, adios.